everyone. Sunday is back and I know it was much missed after the long Eid weekend. It is always difficult to get back to a routine after a long break, but the good news is that I am here bringing you the latest episode of Z Connect, the show that has captured your hearts season after season. So together, let's make the most of this holiday and enjoy its offerings. Join me as we meet some amazing people and dive into a world of entertainment, all from the comfort of our homes. He has taken the internet by storm, capturing hearts and becoming the latest sensation after the success of Heeramandi. You would have guessed it by now. Yes, we met Taha Shah Badussha while he was in Dubai recently. With his exceptional talent, stunning looks and charming personality, he has quickly become the internet's latest crush. His social media has skyrocketed with fans from all over the world admiring his work and charisma. Without further ado, एक बार देख लीजिए. Well, Taha, welcome back to Dubai.
Thank you.
I should stop saying welcome back. घर है आपका, आप आते ही रहते हैं. Now, after the success of Heeramandi, we'll keep seeing you more and more.
I'm definitely going to make that a point.
Was it different this time when you landed in Dubai, or even Mumbai airport? I was seeing videos of that as well when you were walking. There were paps all over there. Tajdar is here at Mumbai airport.
I think that, yes, the see-off was very nice. But more than that, I feel that the people who randomly notice you, and then they approach you, they gather the courage and like, oh, let's go, chase him down. I think that's very sweet. So a lot of girls, a lot of women, a lot of aunties, they're all so sweet. They all approach me and they all keep, and they all call me Taj now.
Yeah.
So it's very humbling, and I'm so glad that all of them have watched Heeramandi, and that's the biggest win, I guess. Yeah,
and before we move on with the interview, I just want to ask, like the last time we met, we were talking about Taj, divided by blood, and was there any talk of Heeramandi, or like was it in the pipeline? You knew of it, you had signed it, but nobody else knew?
I was actually shooting for it. Yeah, I was shooting. That's why I was in the Muchi.
Yeah,
because I was in the middle. I was middle of shoot.
But you couldn't give away anything.
No, of course not. I didn't want to do it. I knew what was good for me, so I definitely didn't. And plus, I believe that every show has has the right time to speak, so that it gets its leverage. And at that point of time, Taj was doing really well. There was no point of bringing in Heeramandi because, well, nobody knew when it was going to release. So I'm glad that now it's released and it's the best time to speak about it.
That's so amazing. But tell me, how did this even, like, how did it happen? How did SLB come about? How did Heeramandi happen? Your character. I was just reading something today where they said Tajdar used to skip auditions. ऐसा कुछ भी मैंने पता नहीं कि skip auditions कहीं पर मैंने ऐसे headline पढ़ी and I said I'm going to ask him about this.
Clickbaits, bro, clickbaits. I have not skipped any audition. But what I did do for this role was that me and Tushar chased the casting director for 15 months to give us any role, because when this opportunity we heard that it's coming, we chased them down until we got one audition for 3 days. It was a 3-day role. And I said, you know what, it's Mr. Bhansali.
I'll do it.
I will do it. Like, I just need one scene with him because I know that he has always repeated his actors, small or big.
Yeah.
Right. I said, okay, fine. I think of myself as a complete newbie. I'll do that one scene, and I'll show it to him that I have the craft in me.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know how I signed that role, and he called me back and he spoke to me and he asked me about my whole career, and then he said, "Ki bhai, तूने काम तो बहुत किया है पर लोग तुझे जानते नहीं हैं. कोशिश तो जारी है सर, अभी क्या कर सकते हैं." And then he told Shruti that, you know what, इसको ये रोल मत दे, इसको बलराज का रोल दे दे, which was Tajdar's best friend.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh wow, he's a revolutionary. It's a different character, stronger character. 30-day shoot.
Yeah.
So I went for the look test. Again, I got selected for that, and I was going to sign the contract. Again, I get a call from him. And I'm like, भाई अभी तो निकाला गया, अभी तो 100% निकाला गया.
Test अच्छा नहीं गया.
कुछ even if it went well, कोई और आ गया होगा, कुछ तो हुआ है, because हमारी किस्मत ही फूटी थी. But I just decided that at least let me go and request him.
Yeah.
So जब मैं मिला उनसे, then I literally just kind of like held his hand, held his legs. I said, sir, please look, this is like the biggest thing in my life.
Yeah.
Please don't take me out, right? I'll do anything. If I messed up somewhere, just give me one chance. And he's like, very, very nicely, very calmly, he said, "Beta, sit, sit, sit." So I went and sat down, and I was really stressed. And he said, I looked up at him, and he's like, "I saw your look test, and kuch to hai teri aankhon mein. I want you for the lead, Taha Shah Badussha." So I was literally numb. You know, my ears were like looking at, just staring at him, and he's like, "You don't want it?" He said, I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
What are you saying? And he's like, "Chal, chal, aaja look test ke liye ja." I said, so I got out and I closed the door, and I realized that this is not a dream, you know, and it's true. This is happening. Otherwise I would have woken up by now, right? So and then I had this whole audition process the same day, and you know, my whole team was running around.
They auditioned you for Tajdar after he spoke to you?
Same day. Okay. Same day. He said 20 minutes ye script le and come back. 20 minutes? I'm like, what 20 minutes? I said 20 minutes mein nahi hoga bhai. And then he's like, "Chal theek hai, take 1 hour." So then I called my team, and then I went in, I passed the first round. Then I said, "Okay, done." And he's like, "Chal ye bhi scene kar." I said, "I don't know."
Hold on, let me breathe.
I came back out and I was writing the scene again. writing the scene. Went back in, and something. I did the scene. I messed up 1 or 2 lines, but he didn't care about that. He just wanted to know if I could take his direction. He's like, "Abhi yahan se piche chal ke ye dialogue bol." तो मैं पीछे चल के मैं जैसे बोला, I remember exactly, it was in his room, and then I stepped out, and the next day he said, "अच्छा कल आजा look test के लिए, with Charmin, with Sudeep sir, with everybody." We did all that, and then finally he said कि जब तक मैं ना call करूँ, तू सिर्फ श्रुति से बात कर सकता है. Who's the casting director? Okay, चलो. I'm not decided yet. I will decide, and if I decide, I'll let you know. So एक हफ्ता चला गया, 2 हफ्ते चले गए, call नहीं आया. I didn't have any projects, and then I got offered 1, 2, 3 projects. I see randomly. One international project came to me, and I was getting good money for that. But I was just stalling the contract, stalling. एक और महीना चला गया. I don't know what to do. 3 महीने चले गए. I reached a point where they said कि भाई या तो तू sign कर, या तो this is gone. What do you want to do? With a very heavy heart, I said, "Dude, cancel." So I cancelled all 3 projects that I had in my hand, and all the
Still in the hope only.
Yeah, just in the hope कि एक call आएगा, maybe. Yeah, and I was again back to zero. I had no money, I had nothing, nothing to show, and 3 days later, I get a call from him. तू मेरा ताजदार है, आजा set पे. So wow, dude, it was great.
What did you do the first thing after you kept his call?
I went to my mom. What else would I do? I said, "Mama, I got a call." So I went to my mom, and that's yeah. And then she's like, "Okay, take it easy." She's like, "Okay, good. Wait now. Go to the set and
perform."
Yeah, dude, just don't let it get to your head.
Yeah.
Relax. So then I went, and I don't know what I did. I forgot. The rest of the things all blur. I just remember being on set now. And I remember being in that the stairs that I came down from.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting on that stairs, and he was sitting right at the end over there, and I'm just sitting and waiting and just looking at this whole opulent set, and that I might be part of this, Yeah, it's just the rest is all history after that.
When we've heard that actors generally have a very emotional side to them, and you've already told me about your emotional side कि आप हर बात पे रो देते हो. So after the success of Heeramandi, I know this has happened with you. You've cried with gratitude.
I have. I've actually even cried. I was walking in Bollywood Hangama. I think this was May 2nd. And I was reading these messages that people have been suddenly, all of a sudden, I was getting messages.
Yeah.
And Vama, who's one of the ADs, she sent me a voice recording of herself and her mom and all her aunties and everything. Her mom were crying on the phone. They were crying on the phone.
My God.
They're like, "Beta, तूने क्या कर दिया है, beta?" I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. I swear to God,
I'm getting goosebumps hearing about it. What you're talking?
I couldn't understand the kind of feelings that these people were having. I'm not cried, I'm not like that, but just genuinely, just your eyes well up. you know, and you are so grateful that, thank God, you know, my mom never allowed me to give up.
Yeah.
And thank God that even though the times that I didn't want to do something, I got up and did it.
Yeah.
You know, I took the risk, I hustled my way, you know, with all the insults, with all the rejections, with all the uncertainty, you know, just kept trudging along even when nobody wanted you, nobody wanted to see you, nobody was giving you any meetings or casting opportunities, nothing, right? Just thank God.
Just thank God, really. Acting, performance and everything we've seen, and you know, you are acing it and you'll continue acing it, but as a singer, we are seeing Taha Shah.
Really? You've seen me as a singer? I don't
You
remember
have sung Vande Mataram.
मैंने बैकग्राउंड साउंड दिया उसका मैंने वंदे मातरम गाया बस
वही गा दो चलो Yeah, any song on your current playlist that you want to sing a few lines of.
गुलाबी आँखें जो तेरी देखी शराबी ये दिल हो गया संभालो मुझको ओ मेरे यारों संभलना मुश्किल हो गया. I can play with the guitar better, but yeah, sure.
Wow, guitar lekar aao, chalo.
Next time, next time.
No, but thank you so much, Taha. It's been so wonderful talking to you once again.
Thank you.
I will take you to meet someone super special after this quick break. Don't move away from the screen. I will be back super soon. Welcome back. This episode is full of remarkable stories. Aren't you guys feeling the same? Well, to add to this, I have something more special coming your way. Check it out. Julia, hello. Welcome to Z Connect, our show.
Thank you very much.
It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
At the Literature Festival. Are you enjoying yourself?
Very much, but this is my 15th festival.
Wow.
Because I was here at the beginning when it all started. Yes, and unfortunately I wasn't able to come last year, but apart from that, I've been to all of them.
Lovely. Well, we'll take you back in your journey of writing. Tell me, what made you start writing children's books?
Well, it was about 22 years ago when I came back here. My background's drama, performing, storytelling, and I wanted some stories that were set here in the Emirates and the wider region. And I thought I should have a story about pearl diving to tell to children of about 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And so I went looking for one. I couldn't find one, and that's when I decided to write my own. I've always enjoyed writing, and I have always written down the plays I've made up and things like that.
Yeah.
But I hadn't actually written a story with the intention of making a book. I wrote it to tell.
Yeah.
And when I finished it, I'd had a very good time doing the research. I'd even met an old man who'd been a pearl diver when he was young.
Yeah.
And when I finished the story, I was really quite pleased with it. And so I showed it to Isabel Abulhul, who I felt knew a lot about literature and stories. And she liked the story, and she directed me to a publisher. And they asked me if I'd written anything else, and so I carried on.
Yeah, that's amazing. And now you've written more than 25 books.
Yes, I have.
Which one is your favorite and why?
Well, I suppose The Pearl Diver is one of my favourites because it was the very first one, so that makes it rather special. But I think my very favourite, perhaps the story I feel I've poured myself into and written well. I hope they're all written well, but that I've really, is particularly close to my heart. It's a subject matter that's close to my heart as well. Is The Turtle Secret, which is all about an Emirati girl wanting to be a marine biologist when she grows up.
Yeah.
But it's all sorts of other things as well. There's an adventure in it. There's the underlying themes involving relationships with her parents, her father, her sister, her family, her uncle.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's saving turtles.
Yeah.
So.
How amazing. Do you think writing children's books kind of helps you to explore different realms of imagination in our globally interconnected world?
Yes, I very much see my role as writing stories set in the region because when I started writing, I don't think there were very many stories, certainly not enough, because they're never enough. But now lots of people are writing stories. And there's lots to write about here which hasn't been written about.
Of course.
And I think it's very important for people coming here to live and for people who are Emirati as well to know about the history and culture, about the past here.
So ever since you moved here, how do you think the literary landscape of the UAE has evolved?
Well, it's changed hugely. When I first came here in 1975, there was very little in the way of books to buy. There were Arabic books, pardon me, but there were not many books in English to buy. It was Isabel who set up Magrudy's and started bringing in educational toys and books.
Yes.
And that's how it grew. And then libraries in schools grew. And I think that literature became more and more important.
Yeah.
And the festival has proven that, really.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and it's going on year after year so successfully.
Yes. And I think a lot more local people are getting involved in it as well, which is great because, you know, it's as much, if not more, for them. After all, this is their country, and I think we're getting an absolute emergence of local writers, which is fantastic.
True, true. Your daughter Emily does the illustrations.
Well, she's done them for some of my books. She's done them for a particular age group. Yes, she's done about 7 books. She studied art at university and then became an illustrator, and that's great to work with your own daughter. It's really special.
Yeah, great. Does she also give you feedback at times when you're writing?
Yes, well, occasionally she said to me, "I've had enough camels."
Okay. How important do you think is feedback on your writing?
Oh, I think it's very important, and you know, it's nice to know what children think of the stories, and they're very discerning. In fact, it was only recently that I had a reader in one of the classes. I go out to schools and do workshops, and one of the children remarked on something he'd discovered in the illustration, which I'd overlooked. So, you know, they're quite discerning, both looking at the illustrations and reading, and their memories are amazing.
Yeah.
They could tell me what I'd written, which I'd forgotten, you know.
Lovely. Well, we wish you all the very best for your future stories and books, and thank you.
Thank you very much.
Time for a short break. See you on the other side with lots more. Welcome back. I'd like to bring your attention to Dubai Autism Centre as it persistently strives to cultivate a nurturing environment where children with autism flourish and achieve their utmost potential. Their steadfast dedication and support have served as a vital lifeline for numerous families. Join me as we meet one of them and know more about their experience. Hi Suha.
Hi.
Great to have you with us on Z Connect today.
Thank you for having me.
Superb. So tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a mom of 3 kids, and my youngest one, he has autism. Yeah.
Right. So Ruhan has been with Dubai Autism Centre for 2.5 years now.
Yes.
And when was it that you realized that he's got autism, and when did you decide that you wanted to approach Dubai Autism Centre?
Well, it's been a long journey. I haven't decided for the first time for Dubai Autism Centre. Before, he was into one-to-one sessions like therapies because he doesn't speak. So he went to a lot of speech therapies, a lot of ABA therapies. But then there was a point when I have seen that he needs a social interaction. He was not friendly with other kids. He hide behind me when he sees some kids running towards him. That time I was trying to find a place for him where he could feel home and also can find friends. And I think Dubai Autism Centre, when I entered that center, the first thing, it's just like, it's, you know, that the vibes that you feel like that's the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I decided just like, no, that's a place for me, for my son,
But taking you back in the journey of autism with Ruhan, what were the early behavioral signs that you noticed in him, and what age was that at?
Well, I think 2.5 when he started nursery. before that he was talking and he was interacting really well.
Okay.
But when we put him to the nursery, the principal called me one day and she said, he's not talking, though he was talking at home, but he just started muting himself in outside world. And she said, I think you need to see someone for him.
Okay.
And we did it slowly and gradually, but because autism, it's a very alien word for me, because I didn't know what she said. She said, I might think he has autism. I was like, what? I didn't get that word. And my husband got it and he started researching for that. What is that thing? He didn't tell me for a while because he was himself was in shock.
Yeah.
And after a while he told me, we started therapies. It's quite a learning process for us.
So that was right from when Ruhan was probably 2 or 2
yeah,
and a half?
2.5. And suddenly he muted.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like someone just put a mute button on him and he stopped talking.
Yeah.
Struggled a lot. Went to a lot of places, but yeah.
So you're saying that you as a parent also needed training in order to help your child.
Exactly.
So what were these trainings like?
I have done RBT, Registered Behavior Technician.
Sorry, what is RBT?
Registered Behavior Technician.
Okay.
Yeah, I have done that. I have done ABA courses. I've done a lot of learning. That helped him.
Yeah.
Because if you are helping someone, you need to know what are you doing with that person,
Sure.
right? So I need a lot of learning. I have a lot of learning. I'm still learning a lot of stuff, but yes, that helped me a lot.
So after being part of the Dubai Autism Centre, one thing, as you mentioned, is the learning and the trainings that you have gone through. In terms of Ruhan's behavior and the changes that you have seen in him, how do you think he has progressed? Could you share maybe certain incidents or certain, maybe a few stories of what kind of changes you've seen in him?
I see a lot of changes in him actually, because my son before coming here, he was not cognitively very there according to his age.
Yeah.
But now if I see him, before I used to ask him, can you please give me the water bottle? If I'm driving a car, I'm asking, can you please give me the water bottle? And he was like, what are you saying to me? I don't understand what you're saying to me. What do you want?
Yeah.
But now I can see that if I give him instructions, he's taking my instructions, he's following everything. He understands that, okay, if Mama is asking me to wear shoes, I need to go out. We're going out.
Yeah.
So these small changes, like I remember I think I was trying to open the door, and he came before me and he still let me do it, and he was trying to open it and it wouldn't open, and then he rang the bell. I was like, what? You know that if you cannot open the door, you can ring the bell, someone will open the door. So these small changes, I was like, wow, he is learning. You see in small stuff that he's learning a lot. Like he's learning here how to load and unload the washing machine. And one day I was just asking, can you please put this in the washing machine? And he knows it. So today I have a demo session for him, and I understand that he learned it here.
Yeah.
So now he's doing it at home as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm sure it's a great feeling that you
yes,
see
it is.
the
it's
things that
like
you always wanted him to learn and do. He's doing it by himself now.
Yeah. Exactly,
Great. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Suha. It was wonderful talking to you, and we wish you all the very best with Ruhan and your family, of course.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So this wraps up today's episode. It's time for me to bid you farewell, but before I do, let me ensure that we stay connected throughout the week. And how can we do that? Simply follow us on our socials to stay entertained and updated. May you have a refreshing and a productive week ahead. I will join you once again next Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.